Hello everyone, welcome back to Auto Trend TV. I am your Viprajesh again from Chandra Hyundai Coimbatore showroom today, and I am here with the S variant of the newly launched Hyundai Aura compact sedan. And as you can see, it is really very good looking, even though it is not a top spec model. That's because it's got a set of few features. So let's just start from the front. As you can see, this variant does not get projector headlamps. However, the headlamps themselves are really good looking. These are regular halogen bulbs, just for your notice, and as you can see, the fog lamps are projectors. However, that is a really good point, and they work really fine. So coming to the grille, you can see that this typical grey finish on the grille has been carried over from the top spec variant, along with the LED DRLs. So that is also a noteworthy point. The E-level variant, the entry-level variant of the Hyundai Aura, does not get these features such as projector fog lamp or LED DRL. So these features are exclusive from the S-level variant all the way up till the SX Plus optional top spec variant. The Aura looks good from the front, so that is a really good thing, and in this vintage brown color, it looks really very unique. Coming to the sides, you can see the wheels. These are the most interesting points on this S-level variant. Interestingly, these are steel wheel covers, but these are made to look like alloy wheels. Kind of the the Tata Tiago's NRG variant. As you can see, these are not regular steel wheels. These are stylized. So as you can see, this is steel, but it's made to look like an alloy wheel. This design of the steel wheels are exclusive only for the Smart Auto AMT transmission equipped Hyundai Aura S variant. The manual variants get a different design for the wheel. So that's all about the wheels over there. You get body colored ORVMs with LED indicators, and you also get body colored door handles on the exteriors, which is totally good. And you also get the black tape masking for the A, B and C pillars, which is also very good. This blacked out glossy black finish on the C pillar is standard across all variants of the Hyundai Aura, because that is the unique design element on every Hyundai Aura variant. So coming to the rear, you can see that largely everything remains the same. You get the very same split tail lamps with LED elements. You get the very same Aura badging at the center, and this chrome line connects both the tail lamps. It is an okay and interesting kind of look at the back, but I think that people will start to like it. Apart from that, you can see reverse parking sensors are standard across all variants of the Hyundai Aura, and the bumper is actually a two-tone theme in color. You can see the lower part of the bumper is in black, while the upper section is in body color. It is an interesting look. But yeah, it works fine. So let's just get inside the cabin right now to check out what are the features and how's the overall comfort. Yes folks, I'm right now inside the S variant of the new Hyundai Aura compact sedan, and this is how the dashboard looks like on this S level variant. A good thing is that the steering wheel is exactly the same as on the SX Plus variant. The SX optional, on the other hand, gets cruise control features on the right side of the steering wheel, but that is not the case in terms of the S and the SX Plus variants. However, you get steering mounted audio controls, which is really very good, and they are also very good to use in terms of quality. The steering feel is also very good to hold, very grippy. It is not leather. Leather is available only on the top spec SX optional variant, but still you get thumb recesses, so that it's really very good to hold, and the quality itself is really very good. Talking about quality of these interiors, Hyundai India have definitely not compromised in any sort of quality, even on this lower spec Hyundai Aura. Every button, every panel, everything feels absolutely great to use and feels like it will last very long. So that is really commendable from Hyundai's side. So yeah, enough about the quality. So I spoke about the steering wheel. Let's have a look at the instrument cluster. And yeah, it does not get the digital speedometer. It gets only analog unit for the speedometer, and the MID has become a little bit smaller. So let me just turn on the instrument cluster. Before that, let me just show you the key. This is the very same flip key available on even the lower spec variants of the Hyundai Venue and even the Elite i20 premium hatchback. So it's good in quality. It's a flip key, so it kind of looks cool. So I slot it inside, and this is how the instrument cluster actually looks like. The MID is a little bit small, however it provides all the details you may need. You get distance to empty, average efficiency, trip meter A, trip meter B, and all sorts of things. You get even a time monitor as well. That's trip meter A, trip meter B, and this here is the fuel gauge. So that's over there, and you get the main odometer lower down in the third section. So that's okay. This car is brand new, so it has run only 10 kilometers, and that's why it's very dirty, because it has arrived only today. So yeah, that's how the instrument cluster looks like. Let me just take the key out. Oh sorry, so I'll just put it inside again because I forgot to show you the infotainment system. This is how the infotainment system looks like on this S level variant. It is a non-touchscreen system. However, the display is okay. It's monochrome, but it could have been a little bit more crisper. That's what I feel. So let me just take to the audio. This is how the FM screen looks like. You can navigate through this tuner control on the left side, or you can just set your presets. Weird thing is that you get only 4 stations for presets, so that you can only store 4 FM stations. It's kind of primitive, if you well, if I may. They could have provided at least 6 stations, 6 preset buttons, but they did not. But it's totally fine. You get USB aux Bluetooth connectivity, which is totally fine. You can even get this track button if you don't want to press those presets. So it's okay. The quality is decent. You get only 4 speakers. The quality is very, very decent. Let me just turn on the volume for you. So that's how the audio kind of sounds. It's okay. It's not bad. But of course, people who buy this variant will definitely upgrade their speakers for additional quality if they are audiophiles. So that's all about the infotainment system. There is a USB socket over here underneath, and you also get a charging socket separately, which is a smart charger unit, which is really very handy and very, very thoughtful. And yeah, over here you can see this is the AMT transmission lever. This is the very same lever found on the SX Plus AMT variants as well, because there is no sort of difference. You get even this very nicely stitched boot for the gear knob, and this very same glossy black panel over here. I don't know, probably to check yourself out like a mirror. Yeah, enough about jokes. You can see the reverse, neutral, drive and manual modes over here. If you want to drive manually, you can also do that by slotting it into right and plus minus. That's how you operate this AMT transmission lever in manual mode. So yeah, let me just slot it into neutral now. Okay. Yeah, enough about that. You get the air conditioning as manual. You do not get automatic climate control as on the top spec SX Plus and the SX optional variants, but still the quality of the buttons are really very good, and the AC throw is absolutely fine. Now, one additional thing I want you to note is that, like the top spec variants, you get this very same satin finish panel on the dashboard. However, the E entry level variant does not get this. It's exclusive for only from the S variant onwards. So that is a really good, unique thing to note about this S level variant. And another really big plus point on this S level variant is that you get rear AC vents. So for people who do not want all the fancy items such as a fancy touchscreen or automatic climate control, but still they want rear AC vents, they can definitely opt for this variant, because rear AC vents are available from the S variant itself. So that is a really good plus point. Talking about the AC vents, these are the very same high quality AC vents from the top spec variants, and they really are very good to use. So that I really like those design and the operation of those AC vents. So that's totally fine. And apart from that, you can see the driver window gets auto down function on this S level variant. That's also very commendable, given the fact that a lot of people will definitely take their compact sedan on highways, and while paying your toll or for some other reasons, one touch down operation for the driver window is really very helpful. Other differences on the driver doors, as you can see, you do not get the full metal door handle, you instead get this black plastic. It's good in quality, but yeah, it kind of robs you from that exclusive feel you get from the metal door handles. You also get electrically adjustable ORVMs and even electrically foldable as well. So that is a good plus point on this S level variant. Even though not being a top spec variant, it's really very well loaded. You also get convenient 1 liter bottle holders on every door, so that's also covered. You also get a cooled glove box. How handy is that? Just in case if you want to have your cool drinks or cold water. And the seats themselves are also very same. Well, basically these are identical to the top spec SX Plus variant. These are really very high quality fabric, and the seat comfort itself is absolutely spot on. The thigh support is excellent. As you can see, I have got almost 100% of thigh support even in the front seats, and the rear seats are no different as well. Let me just get to the rear seat before concluding this review. Yeah, before that, let me just show you the IRVM. As you can see, this S level variant has got a day-night switch for the IRVM, and the passenger side vanity mirror is sadly absent in the sun visor, which was present on the top spec variants, but weirdly Hyundai chose to cancel that out on this S level variant. Talking about interior lighting, you got two interior lights. Both of them are yellow, but still at least they provide two lights for the interiors, unlike some other slightly more expensive cars. So that's all about the front over here. Let me just get out of the car right now. Before I go to the rear seats, I would like to show you another thing. Not just the seats are identical to the top spec model, even the height adjustment mechanism for the for this S level variant for the driver seat is very identical to the top spec model. So this S level variant gets very much essential features as standard. Normally the features you would expect to be present only on the top spec variants of certain other models from other manufacturers. So that is a really good plus point for the Hyundai Aura. So now I'm going to the rear seat to check out the overall comfort and the practicality. So folks, I'm right now in the back seat of the S level variant of the newly launched Hyundai Aura compact sedan, and this is how the dashboard of the S level variant looks like. It does not compromise on any of the essential features, and it still looks very good, also providing very good quality in terms of fit and finish as well. So talking about the rear seats of this S level variant, the space remains exactly the same. The good thing is that even on this S level variant, you get height adjustable driver seat, so that aids the comfort for the driver and even for the rear seat passengers. And the thigh support is absolutely fantastic. The seats themselves are the very same as on the top spec variants, so the comfort is not compromised in any way. You can see the seat base is quite long, so thigh support is nothing to worry. And you also get this rear center armrest as on the top spec variants, so that also aids the comfort on this S variant of the Hyundai Aura. Additionally, a surprise is that even this S level variant and even the E entry level variant of the Hyundai Aura gets rear seat adjustable headrests. That is a point a lot of other manufacturers need to note when it comes to compact sedans. Well, rear seat headrests are basically headrests. They are for safety and comfort. It's kind of weird that a lot of manufacturers cut costs on that, but Hyundai Aura provides that as standard for the rear seats, even from the entry level variant itself. That is a really noteworthy point. Coming lower down, you can see that this entry level variant this S-level variant gets rear AC vents on the Hyundai Aura. So that's a really good point for overall comfort. And you even get a 12-volt charging socket, which is a really big surprise. People at the rear can also be very comfortable and can keep their devices charged easily. So that's a really good point. Apart from that, everything largely remains the same. The bottle holders are of very similar size and can hold 1 liter bottles very easily. You get power window buttons on every side. The door handles are not metal, but still they are very good black plastic. So the ambience, the overall feel of the interior has not been compromised, and it's very comfortable as well. So let me just pop open the boot before I conclude this review. So folks, I'm standing behind the Hyundai Aura S variant, and unlike the E variant, you do not see any sort of ugly keyhole or anything at the back on the boot lid. So you can either open the boot by holding this third button on the key fob for quite some time, maybe for 3 seconds, or you can just pop this lever open in the driver footwell. As you can see, there's a lever over there right beside the fuel lever, so that can be used as well. So let me just pop open this using the key now, and yeah, that works totally fine. It's really very handy if you have your luggage in your hand. And this is how the boot looks like. It's easily more than 400 liters in capacity and very well carpeted and really very usable. However, it's not fully usable as on the Tata Tigor because it gets this gooseneck hinges. It may eat into your overall luggage space when the boot lid is actually closed. You can see how that intrudes into the boot space. The Tata Tigor instead provides full hydraulic mounts mounted on the outside. So yeah, that's only one difference. But yeah, this is a really very usable large capacity boot. You can even see the spare wheel underneath. This is a 14-inch steel spare wheel. It's full size, so there is no compromise in terms of spare wheel size as well. You get the toolkit over here along with that, along with this warning triangle over here. So that's totally fine. However, on this S level variant, you do not get any sort of under boot lid cladding. That's okay, that's totally fine. Before I conclude this review, I would like to show you the S level variant of the manual Hyundai Aura. And the first difference on the outside is that you can see the wheels are totally different in design. As I mentioned earlier, the design is much more mundane. It's a regular steel wheel with a regular wheel cap. So that's how the steel wheel covers on the S level manual variant of the Hyundai Aura looks like. And the gear lever, let me just show you the gear lever. This is how the gear lever looks like. It's very similar to the lower spec variants of the Grand i10 Nios. I am unable to pull this out because this car is locked. This is how the gear lever looks like. Apart from that, every feature on the interior is exactly the same as on the AMT equipped S level variant of the Hyundai Aura. So that's a good look at the dashboard, and that's a good look at the rear seats. So yeah, let me just conclude this review right now. So the Hyundai Aura is available with a 1.2 liter 4-cylinder Kappa petrol engine and a 1.2 liter 3-cylinder turbo diesel engine. Both of them are BS6 compliant. So the pricing is on the screen for you for the manual and AMT equipped variants of the Hyundai Aura on this S level variant. So meanwhile, this is Viprajesh signing off. See you on another video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.